Hello everyone, welcome back, and it's Friday, so happy Friday for everyone. Hopefully everyone is having a good week so far. You know, we're still only a few hours for the close of the market, for the last bell of the week, and then we only start back on Monday. So let's go over some of the data points that we got yesterday. We got a lot of PMIs that I want to chat a little bit about. We got some mixed sort of PMIs, and then we got German PMIs as well, and then Europe PMI. So a lot of things for us to talk about. But before we even start, guys, please subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up on this video. You know, I figure out that the majority of people that are watching our content are not yet subscribed. So what's the point of it? So if you come here and watch it every day, please just give it a subscribe. Click on the subscribe button. It helps us, and it will help you as well. So you don't have to be chasing around the videos. It will YouTube will send you the notifications for you every time we post a new video. All right. That being said, let's get to the video. Okay, so yesterday we had some releases, as of today as well, but you know, the majority of the releases for Europe was yesterday. So we started the afternoon with French manufacturing PMI at 6:15 p.m. Coming lower than expected, and the services PMI as well coming in lower than expected. Both of them were a very small miss. I would say services PMI was a bigger miss than the manufacturing. Manufacturing PMI came in at 44.5 from the consensus of 44.9. So only 0.4% miss. So that's pretty okay for the manufacturing PMI. As of the services did had a big miss, all right, more than 1. Okay, so more than 0.1. So consensus was 49.8, and it actually came in at 48.3. So not that good for France. Later on, 50 minutes later, we had German manufacturing PMI coming in at 42.6 from the consensus of 40.7. So 2 points, pretty much 2 points, 1.9 points above than what was expected. It's pretty good for German. Services PMI coming in 51.4 from the consensus of 50.6. So that's pretty good as well for German. And then the composed PMI came in at 48.4 from the consensus of 47.6. So very good in general for German. All right, and this is something I want to stop here and talk for a bit. As I always say, German has a big take on the manufacturing for the whole Eurozone. Okay, majority of the technology we use, cars or cameras, computers, anything that we may possibly look at it, is yes, mostly likely assembled in China because the manufacturing is cheaper, but the actual technology things are done in German. So the German, as we always say, German cars, they're the best. German they're the best. So because they actually take care of the manufacturing. And this is why it's so important, because the balance of payment has a huge effect on the manufacturing. So there's a big take on exporting manufacture of what they do. Yes, services, very good as well. Daily basis services, it's always very helpful in German. But the manufacturing PMI is what it takes in account. Now, having the German manufacturing and the German services PMI all combined higher, this is pretty good for Eurozone, because German, as I just say, is the biggest component of the whole Euro area, Eurozone. Okay, we got Spain, we got France, we got German, and we got the Eurozone. So, and some of the smaller countries as well on top of it. But the ones that are biggest economy-wise, it was this one that I've just mentioned. Now, and then at 7 p.m. we got manufacturing PMI for Eurozone coming in at 45.9 from the consensus of 45.1. So 0.8% higher than expected. This is pretty good. Unfortunately, the services PMI came in at 51.2 from the consensus of 51.5. And then at 7:30 p.m. we got the composed PMI as well, services and manufacturing PMI for UK. All of the three was a big miss. All right, composed PMI was 51.7 from the consensus of 52.7. Services PMI was 51.8 from the consensus of 52.3. And the manufacturing PMI came in at 50.3 from the consensus of 51.5. So that was a pretty big miss. Now, if we actually take this in consideration, okay, and then we look at euro dollar at the moment trading at 1.0821, we can see that since those releases, yes, we had some sort of a volatility, but we are continuing to go higher. Don't get fooled, because this is maybe a pullback. As I was saying yesterday on my webinar, I will be only looking to long euro dollar if we actually get a break through the 108.7. I will be only looking to trade long on euro dollar if it actually get a break above 1.0872. Okay, on that top, the 1 hour top, because we are trading right now on a pullback. So if that pullback continues then and breaks through the top, that's good. We are actually on a good trend. Now, if the pullback actually just retraces a little bit more and then continues to dip further and break the bottom of 107.64, most likely we will continue to see lower moves until the area of somewhere around 107 pretty much. Okay, so yes, we did had some good releases for German, but will German be able to support all of the other misses on the PMIs? That's a big question that we're going to be looking further into next week. Now, another pretty good, decent data point that we had was at 11:30 p.m. for the initial jobless claims and the continued jobless claims for USA. The initial jobless claim was better than expected, coming in at 227,000 from the consensus of 243,000. But the previous was revised up, so meaning that it's not good. It was revised up for 242,000. So that pretty much gets even, okay, because the previous was revised up in more jobless claims, and the actual came in below the consensus, below the forecast. So in the end, it still is pretty similar. And then we had continued jobless claims at 1,897,000 from the consensus of 1,880,000. So pretty much 7,000 more than expected. Again, the previous was revised up, so that's not good for US dollar. And then today at midnight 45, we had manufacturing PMI and services PMI for USA. That was much better than expected for services PMI, expecting 55, and it came in at 55.3, and the manufacturing PMI came in at 47.8 from the consensus of 47.5. So that we have all the data covered for everyone here. Now, my final takes on this is, yes, we're seeing some sort of recovery on Europe, but the data from US is still very strong. So there is a possibility of US dollar continue to be very strong in the next week or so. And don't forget that in 2 weeks, we're going to be having elections on US and as well FOMC. So that's going to be really volatile for the next month of November. I'm expecting some sort of pullback on euro dollar from now on, especially if we break that level of 108 to 100. That would be really good to get into some longs for the market. Until we don't have that, I'm still out of the market, just waiting for better opportunities. Guys, thank you so much for being another week with us. And let's enjoy the weekend a little bit. We have such a stressful week this week, and hopefully next week it's a even better week. Hopefully everyone could get something out of this video. If you have any questions, please put down in the comments. And don't forget that in the month of November, we're going to be starting to webinars on Wednesdays as well. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 5 to 6 p.m. I will be live for free, no charges. We don't ask for credit card, we don't ask for debit card, we don't ask for anything. We only ask you for the email so you can put in, and we can send you the link for the registration. Guys, thank you so much. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye-bye.